it's the Mac Attack here, and welcome to a brand new movie review. And today, I'm going to be reviewing a movie that I have been very intrigued to go see since the first teaser came out. Despite my little gripes with it, I was still very intrigued to go see it nonetheless. That is, of course, Superman 2025, directed by James Gunn and starring David Cornswett as Clark Kent / Superman. So, spoiler-free review. I have lots to say about it. Now, that will be based on spoiler territory, and that will not be in today's video. I will be making the spoiler-filled video starting next Friday, because I feel like by that time everyone will have seen the movie by then. So, this is a spoiler-free review where I'm not going to be talking any spoilers, but give my initial thoughts of this film by itself now that I have just gone and seen it, and I'm in 3D with my friend today. And so, to go ahead and top off my thoughts, let's start with the positives. That, of course, the cast I thought was good. David Cornswett as Superman was very good. I enjoyed his Superman a lot. For a new version, he didn't do bad. I didn't hate him at all. I thought his Superman was pretty good. Lois Lane was very good in this movie, along with Nicholas Holtz as Lex Luthor. He was very good. I thought he was very menacing in loads of ways. Then, the Justice League of America, I think is supposed to be the name of the team, with Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific. They both were pretty cool in some of the moments that they were showing, especially Mr. Terrific. Holy shit. I never thought that I would have said that Mr. Terrific in this could have been as awesome as he was in this movie. Out of all the versions of Mr. Terrific I've seen, I thought some of his powers were cool, but he wasn't kick-ass. But in this movie, Mr. Terrific was kick-ass. I liked every moment that Mr. Terrific was in this. I did. I liked every moment that Mr. Terrific had, along with just, again, like, David Cornswett's Superman also, his moments were pretty cool for the most part. Now, I will say that some of the CG wasn't as awful as I feared it would be. I actually did enjoy a lot of most of the CG. I actually found pretty okay for the most part. But now that I've gotten most of the good stuff out of the way, well, I forgot to mention about the soundtrack. The soundtrack, not bad. Not bad for the most part. I don't think the soundtrack is awful at all. There's some soundtracks that I do think some parts of the soundtracks could have been a little more better, but again, I'm not saying that the soundtrack is awful. It's alright. The soundtrack's alright. There's some good scores. Some scores, meh, I don't give a crap about. Now, as for Ultraman, for example, I will say Ultraman was cool. Some of the scenes that he had was pretty cool. But he did not have much time in the movie as I thought he would. But you'll see when you see the movie. But now that I got that stuff out of the way, off to my little gripes with this movie. And most of my gripes with this will be spoiler territory, which, of course, I'm not going to go too far into in today's video since this is spoiler-free. I will just tell you my thoughts, spoiler-free wise. I'll tell you my thoughts on some of the things that I did have some issues with. And that is the fact that Superman always needed help in the movie. I get it. Superman's got allies. I get it. He's always going to need allies when he needs help, but we're talking about Superman here. We're talking about Superman, one of the most strongest DC superheroes of all time, who not always will ask for help. Will he accept the help? Yes, but will he always ask for help? No, not at all, because he's the Man of Steel, and I think he can take on anything. Now, as for fighting Doomsday, I can understand why he would need help, as much help as he needs, and why he get his ass beat almost every second. But this is the first Superman movie in the DCU, and you would expect that Superman would have a lot of scenes where he'd actually kick ass. And don't get me wrong, just because I make one little gripe that may seem like a bad thing doesn't mean I hate the movie. I just want to clarify that right now, pretty much, because I've seen one person kind of tell me that I'm hating on the Minecraft movie just because I had my gripes on Jack Black being the bad thing about the movie. But other than that, forgets the part where I said I actually enjoyed the movie. So, just because I make a little gripe doesn't mean I fully hate the movie. If I hate the movie, I will tell you exactly that I hate the movie with passion. But my gripe with this film entirely is, I will say, sometimes it does rely on comedy. And I get that this is supposed to be a hopeful, light-toned, more comedic, goofy, corny version of Superman. And I get that. But even in the emotional parts, the comedy does seem to interrupt in the most emotional scenes. And that does kind of at times ruin the emotional scenes by itself. But the other part, of course, being David Cornswett's Superman. I understand that he was deemed as the weakest Superman for this movie. And you see that quite clearly as almost throughout the entire movie, he gets his ass handed to him by his enemies. And that's the one thing that threw me off. Now, Superman had his moments where he kicked ass, and I liked those moments. I did. But again, this movie did kind of lack a strong Superman. But again, despite that, David Cornswett's Superman looked the part. He looked the part, and he sounded the part, and he did great. So I'm not blaming David Cornswett for the lack of strong Superman. That's not David Cornswett's fault. I think David Cornswett did a great job as Superman. I just think that one of the things that threw me off about this film by itself was, well, you know, David Cornswett's Superman being the weak Superman, as James Gunn stated. And my next part, a lot of people will get mad at me for saying this, but honestly, I couldn't really stand Crypto in this film. Obviously, I understand this is a self-insert of James Gunn's dog, and this version of Crypto is more like a bad dog. And I get that. And there's some moments that I thought was pretty funny with Crypto, but there are so many comedic scenes that involve Crypto in the film that I honestly thought really was not needed in this film. But again, to give my full initial thoughts on the details of what scenes I did not like in the film, you'll have to wait till next Friday, because that will be the spoiler review. So, that's basically all I can say for the most part from my gripes and problems with the film without spoiling the film. So, I can simply say for the most part, what is my thoughts for Superman 2025? Well, I will say, it is a solid film. I had fun. I had some entertainment with it. It was a solid film. Did I think it was phenomenal? No. It wasn't phenomenal, but it had its good moments. It had its twists and turns that I actually didn't really expect. I found pretty damn interesting for a new version of Superman. And for the obvious fact that despite the problems, this wasn't phenomenal, but it was not bad of a movie. I found some entertainment out of it, and it was cool to watch in 3D, so I'll definitely say that. So, David Cornswett as Superman, I think was very good. Minus the weak Superman aspect of that Superman. I still think this was the great embodiment of a new Superman. I think that was perfect. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about my review for the Superman movie. As it arrives in theaters tomorrow, I got to see it today because there was early showings happening for Superman today. And as you already know, every Friday release film will always get a Thursday early showing. So, me and my friend got to go see Superman today. We had a fun time with it. So, what do you guys think about Superman? Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about this new movie. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you wish the DCEU was still around? Even though, unfortunately, it's time to move on. Simple enough as that. And if you want to continue DCEU, then make your own fan projects out of it. That's all I can say. But I am definitely looking forward to, despite my little gripes with David Cornswett's Superman not being the most strongest Superman, I will say I am very open-minded to see this Superman improve more and more for the future of the DCU. Like in a potential sequel or possible appearance in another DCU film. That's if this film does well in the box office, because, well, it seems that box office results in this film may not be great for now. But that can always change, and this movie could probably do good. We'll see how this movie does in the box office. But, yeah, you know, I do hope that David Cornswett does get more chances for his Superman to evolve into a more stronger Superman. So that, for the most part, despite my gripes, I will say that I am looking forward to see more of David Cornswett's Superman in the future of the DCU. That's if this movie succeeds in the box office. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe down below for more videos in the future of this channel going forward. And get ready, because tomorrow, look up, because Superman arrives in theaters tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, I'll catch you guys next time. The Mac Attack, signing out. Have a good one.